Visualize a boundary, splinter wood flying in the evening light. I'm a wrecking ball spirit, swinging through the static of the night. White picket paranoia, watching every picket fence line decay, yeah. Got the diamond fisted logic, carving out a brand new way. Neighborhood imperialism, expanding the kingdom on the block. I'm a seismic event, a heavy duty, unpredictable shock. Knuckle duster ambition, every impact is a signature move. Watching the entire perimeter slide into my lethal groove. Dominate the property while the lawnmower echoes start to die. I'm dropping hip-hop artillery, lighting up the suburban sky. Ownership is an illusion, a confusion that I'm here to break. Finding the golden frequency in every single risk I take. Impact ignites the moment the knuckles hit the timber frame. We're rewriting the map and we're never gonna be the same. Feel the shockwave resonance, the ultimate and heavy duty surge. Whether raw authority and the street level visions merge, the pull is absolute, or permanent and heavy territorial. Every bone crushing salute was making the entire vessel full. The sun authorized and grab breaking through the picket gate. Yeah, the fence punch vibrations are only destiny and fate. Yeah. Annihilate the limitations, a tactical assault on the lawn. I'm the predator awakening before the ordinary suburban dawn. Foresight is a fracture, a gold tint on the broken slab, moving like a phantom tank. Tell me where the hell you at? Lawn care, sabotage, a million watt fury in the backyard dirt, sticking to the prophecy, the movement in the beautiful herd. Mechanical aggression, etching the lighting into the soil, polishing the surface of the wreckage as the inner spirits boil. Calibrate the velocity with the pulse of the heavy impact zone. I'm finding the luxury inside the debris in the shattered stone. The crash is a covenant, a total honest armor of will, polishing the aggression until the entire universe stands still. Impact ignites the moment the knuckles hit the timber frame. We're rewriting the map and we're never gonna be the same. Feel the shockwave resonance, the ultimate and heavy duty surge. Whether raw authority and the street level visions merge, the pull is absolute, a permanent and heavy territorial. Every bone crushing syllables making the entire vessel full. The unauthorized and grab breaking through the picket gate. Yeah, the fence punch vibrations are only destiny and fate. Oscillate between the madness and the glory of the total conquest. I'm catching the majesty while I'm putting the limits to the test. Hey, the dust is my confetti, the gravel is a quantum thrown below. Carving out a sanctuary where the highest tensions can flow. Expansion is a worship, a duty to the spirit and the fist, taking every dangerous angle that the cowardly neighbors miss. Believe in the trajectory, the fire and the mercury frame. This is the only way to dominate the entire neighborhood game. Impact ignites the moment the knuckles hit the timber frame. We're rewriting the map and we're never gonna be the same. Feel the shockwave resonance, the ultimate and heavy duty surge. Whether raw authority and the street level visions merge, the pull is absolute, a permanent and heavy territorial. Every bone crushing syllables making the entire vessel full. This unauthorized and grab breaking through the picket gate. Yeah, the fence punch vibrations are only destiny and fate. Vanish into the splinters and the haze. The boundary is a liquid fire haze. Wait for the dust to settle down. Vanish into the splinters and the haze. The boundary is a liquid fire blaze. Wait for the dust to settle down. Okay.
Yeah, forming the perception while the edges start to fray. I'm sorting through the glitches in the light of day. My subjective logic is the price I have to pay. Got the raw data running, turning blue to gray. The resolution shifting now, avoiding the inner lie. I watch the parallax moving as the moments fly by. My purpose is analytical, reaching for the crystal high. Yeah, the quantified vibration is something I truly tie. Mapping every heartbeat in the hollow of the grid. I analyze the shadows where the heavy truths are hid. My wisdom is the decimal, doing what the system bid. The rhythm is intentional, now opening the lid. I see the chain reaction forming clearly, God forbid. This profound mental indexing the cosmic pyramid. My style is now straight through now, stepping out with the key kid. Yeah, the calibrated delivery is what I truly outdid. Validation, it finds the way to phantom stars to scale. We measure out the mystery and we lift the hairy veil. My awareness is settling deep inside this hollow shell. This undeniable index scripture, a story left to tell. The ratio is absolute, holding a constant pull. Each high precision syllable is making a vessel full. This ambient profound math, breaking the common rule. Yeah, the fact check vibration eternally cool. Synchronize the sensors before the evidence dissolves. I notice the quick shift in the way the world revolves. My foresight is the equation that the lonely mind resolves. Got the feeling concentrated as the simulation evolves. The objective truth is leaking now, avoiding the harsh delay. I see the connection forming clearly what the ghost has to say. My movements are measured, powered by the core ray. Yeah, the high density elegance is here to truly stay. Filtering the noise floor in the rhythm of the scan. I analyze the data stream since the clock began. My understanding is the ultimate true. Follow if you can. The tempo is steady now, bit on the philosophy of fantasy. The chain reaction forming clearly the ultimate plan. This moment is pure now, powered by the core man. My attention's total, everything I truly outran. Yeah, the coded execution is the life within the span. Yeah. To quantify the essence before the signal starts to break. Unless you hold the compass, you're just a ripple in the lake. Feel the powerful alignment rise every breath I take. Soon the entire universe will be trembling for my sake. Acknowledge the authority, acknowledging the move I make. Always trust the variables, that's how the spirits wake. Sensing the competitive field shrinking as I up the stake. Never lose the sequence tonight, that's the law of the snake. Validation defines the way the phantom starts to scale. We measure by the mystery and we lift the heavy veil. My awareness is settling deep inside this hollow shell. This undeniable index scripture, a story left to tell. The ratio is absolute, holding a constant pull. Each opposition syllable is making a vessel full. This ambient profound math, breaking a common rule. Yeah, the fact check vibration eternally cool. Yeah. Final entry locks into the system now. Silence returns to the neutral zone. Yeah. Hear the final beep of the truth. Scan complete. Yeah. Check it out, y'all. Static. Static cling aura heavy in the overcast. Boot heel scrape concrete slowed and fast. Breath short jaw set eyes never wander. City on my back but the spine grows stronger. Columns tagged with prayers and coded confessions. Street light flicker like a glitch of perception. Post drum militant under thick gray beams. I talk real quiet but I move extreme. Beneath iron ribs where the cold wind swerve. Tension like a match head striking my nerves. Calm face storm heart. Discipline first. Pressure make a rebel out the blessed and cursed. Yeah, feel it Bill, let it snap like a cable. Heat in the chest, not a whole block unstable. Step with the flame, never fold, never fable. Baseline quake, got the ground line fatal. Hands to the sky when the sparks all scatter. Voice cut sharp through the smoke in the chatter. From the dark where the young wolves gather. When we ignite, every doubt just shatter. Graffiti scripture on a coastal port beam. Blueprint, hustle in a half-lit dream. Ribs tight, fists clenched, minimal speech. But the fire translate when the frequencies reach. I pivot, quick switch, shifting the cadence. Drop 2 syllables, stretch 1. Break your hip-hop heartbeat in a steel cage chamber. Each bar hit harder when the stakes get strange. Across damn pavement where the night air drips. Resolve don't crack when the feline slips. Knuckles white bright under sodium mist. Every breath say, I was built for this. Feel it build, let it snap like a cable. Heat in the chest, now the whole block unstable. Step with the flame, never fall, never fable. Baseline quake, got the ground line fatal. Hands to the sky when the sparks all scatter. Voice cut sharp through the smoke and the chatter. From the dark where the young wolves gather. When we ignite, every doubt just shatter. Every doubt just shatter. Every doubt just shatter. Every doubt just shatter. Yeah. Whispers turn thunder in the tunnel throat. Grit in the lungs, but the wheels still float. Short fuse spark, watch the fuse burn longer. Crowd full of pressure only make us stronger. Heartbeat sync with the train track rhythm. No fake love, no half step giving. Vision locked in like a scope on target. Now the whole underpass about to charge it. Feel it build, let it snap like a cable. Heat in the chest, now the whole block unstable. Step with the flame, never fold, never fable. Baseline quake, got the ground line fatal. Hands to the sky when the sparks all scatter. Voice cut sharp through the smoke in the chatter. From the dark where the young wolves gather. When we ignite, every doubt just shatter. Smoke thin out, but the heat still press, still beams hum. With the aftermath stress, footsteps fade. No need to confess fire. Stay alive in the underpass unrest.
Just like us, one dog. Silhouette slipping through the back
back streets where the razor cadence footwork whisper quiet, but the present shaking station chrome reflections flicker off the puddles like surveillance. Might not hyperdrive, cutting corners with precision, patience. Brick walls echo every heartbeat in acceleration. Shadow boxing spotlights, dodging fading hesitation. Pulse like subway rails humming under conversation. I don't chase the throne, I outpace the destination. Meanwhile the sirens blur into a neon vibration. Balance on the thin line between hunger and elevation. Velocity scripture written deep in circulation. Breathing in the chaos, exhaling domination. Dash through the narrow sparks in the alley glow. Quick with the pivot, watch how the angles fold. Heartbeat booming like a baseline overload. City can't catch me, I ghost in the undertow. Sharp with the motion, clean like a cameo. Feet barely touch, but I'm running the scenario. Energy rising, feel how the current flows. Turn up the night, let the whole block know. Backspin momentum, hoodie dipped in moonlight. Graffiti constellations map the code of the street fight. Every step surgical, cut precise like a street light. Confidence louder than a drum in the peak night. Low-key savage with the grace of a breeze gust. Never leave prints, but I'm carving a deep thrust. Hip-hop pulse, singing breath with the beat rush. I move like rumor fast, slick in discreet hush. Suddenly the skyline tilt to a blur frame. Gravity bending every rule of the turf game. Focus razor wide, no fear in the nerve lane. Spark in the bloodstream, lighting up the whole flame. Dash through the narrow sparks in the alley glow. Quick with the pivot, watch how the angles fall.
One beat, one glide, one light. This pop, this flow to light is right.
Dash through the narrow sparks in the alley glow. Quick with the pivot, watch how the angles fold. Heartbeat booming like a baseline overload. City can't catch me, I ghost in the undertow. Sharp with the motion, clean like a cameo. Feet barely touch, but I'm running the scenario. Energy rising, feel how the current flows. Turn up the night, let the whole block know. Elevate the tempo, let the concrete levitate. Pressure make diamonds, watch the hustle generate. Skyline spinning while the street lights resonate. Every close call only teaching how to regulate. Breathing in the thrill to the doubt ain't ever rate. Tunnel vision locked, no room to hesitate. Crowned by the silence when the rivals speculate. Now the whole city about to detonate. Dash through the narrow sparks in the alley glow. Quick with the pivot, watch how they flow. Heartbeat booming like a baseline overload. City can't catch me, I ghost in the undertow. Sharp with the motion, clean like a cameo. Feet barely touch, but I'm running the scenario. Energy rising, feel how the current flows. Turn up the night, let the whole block know. After dream image flickers where the fast feet flew. Concrete still humming from the path I drew. Street lights bow when the wind cuts through. Legend in the shadows, gone before you knew. Gone before you knew. Gone before you knew.
Manufacture the sunlight through a dusty plastic lens. I'm editing the Polaroids of all my ghosts like friends. My processor is dreaming where the broken logic bends. Got the counterfeit emotion that the server always sends. The resolution's lowering now, voiding the inner lie. I watch the pixels weeping as the moments fly by. My purpose is synthetic now, reaching for the vintage high. Yeah, the simulated vibration is something I truly tie. Pumping artificial gold through the hollow of the gear. I analyze the distance while I'm drowning in the near. My wisdom is the static where the memories disappear. The rhythm is intentional, now everything is clear. I see the chain reaction forming clearly year by year. This profound digital mastery that the silence come to fear. My style is my fete now, stepping out with the guitar. Yeah, the automated sorrow is what I truly revere. Fabrication defines the way the heart begins to beat. We optimize the sadness and we let the loop repeat. My awareness is settling deep in the artificial heat. This undeniable glitch, scripture making the bittersweet. The depth is absolute, holding the constant pull. Each low resolution syllable is making the vessel full. This sampling it profound, long and breaking the common rule. Yeah, the plastic coated vibration is eternally cool. Compounded bittersweet before the memory starts to crash. I notice the quick shift in the data and the trash. My foresight is the rendering with a sentimental dash. Got the feeling concentrated in a high voltage flash. The output is flickering now, avoiding the harsh delay. I see the connection forming clearly what the ghost has to say. My movements are measured, powered by the core array. Yeah, the sepia toned elegance is here to truly stay. Filtering impurities in the rhythm of the code. I analyze the data stream while I'm walking on the road. My understanding is the ultimate truth in the heavy load. The tempo is steady now, built on the philosophy I showed. I see the chain reaction forming clearly, everything is stowed. This moment is pure now, powered by the core mode. My attention is total, everything I truly outflowed. Yeah, the high fidelity, nostalgia's what I truly bestowed. Purify the vision before the circuit starts to age. Unless you got the filter, you're just a ghost inside a cage. Feel the powerful compulsion rise every single page. Soon the entire timeline will be locked inside a stage. Acknowledge the authority, acknowledging the moves so sage. Always trust the factory, that's how the spirits wage. Sensing the competitive field, shrinking in the digital rage. Never break the record tonight, that's the law of the gauge. Fabrication defines the way the heart begins to beat. We optimize the sadness and we let the loop repeat. My awareness is settling deep in the artificial heat. This undeniable glitch, scripture making the bittersweet. The depth is absolute, holding a constant pull. Each low resolution syllable is making the vessel full. This ambient, profound, long and breaking the common rule. Yeah, the plastic coated vibration is eternally cool. Yeah, the plastic coated vibration is eternally cool. Yeah, the plastic coated vibration is eternally cool. Last fight, sage gold and dry now. Silence returns to the empty line. Hear the final click of the real memory archived. Yeah, gripping the diamond pattern wire while the perspiration dripping through the fire of the aspiration. Counting every repetition in the city with a mission. Avoiding all the friction of the stagnation. Asphalt burning through the souls of the beat up kicks. Working on the tactics and the mental tricks. I'm a beast in the cage with a quiet kind of rage. Turning every struggle into a brand new page. Lungs on fire like a furnace in the wintertime. Pushing through the limit for the nickels and the dime. Muscles screaming loud, but the spirit's getting louder. Turning all the weakness to a lethal kind of powder. I don't need a stadium to feel like a champion. Navigating life like an urban style scorpion. Shadows on the court are the only competition. Carrying the weight with a surgical precision. Foundations built on the blood and the iron. Roaring in the alley like a hungry young lion. Nothing is a gift, everything is a takeover. Running through the field like a heavy duty rover. Calculated pain is the currency of greatness. Showing up early, never knowing about lateness. I'm the architect of the asphalt dynasty. Living out the truth with a brutal kind of honesty. Gravity is heavy, but the hustle is a rocket. Keeping all the power in a high voltage socket. Tracing out the map of the ultimate survival. Waiting for the moment of the lyrical revival. Perimeter of steel is keeping out the weak. Finding all the answers that the average never seek. Infrastructure glowing in the center of the dark. Waiting for the spirit to ignite the holy spark. Metallic diamonds guard the sanctuary gates. Breaking through the pressure and the heavy set fades. Blood on the knuckles and the salts in the eyes. Watching how the caliber of the spirit begins to rise. Concrete cathedral where the legends are born. Working through the night until the break of the dawn. Ironclad with power, 0-degree chill. Moving with the force of a tectonic will. Pacing like a phantom where the rusted metal rattles. Winning all the internal in a silent kind of battles. Oxygen is expensive when you're sprinting through the haze. Lost in the labyrinth of the high velocity days. I'm a high octane hazard on a cracked up floor. Always coming back and screaming out for more. Dropping a hip hop, lightning bolt in the center of the cage. Acting my life out on a gritty street stage. Sifting through the gravel for a bit of the glory. Writing out the chapters of a self-made story. I don't need a coach when the hunger is the guide. Keeping all the vanity and the ego tucked inside. Every single jump is a message to the sky. Watching all the limits and the gravity simply die. Mercury rising in the vascular system. Hitting all the targets and I never ever miss them. Copper wide nerves in the body made of stone. Building up a kingdom that is strictly my own. Everything is visceral, everything is raw. Living by the ethics of the subterranean law. Calculated movements in the heat of the hustle. Balancing the logic with the power of the muscle. Armor-plated mindset, heart like a piston. Giving them a vision that they forced to go and listen. Infrastructure glowing in the twilight hour. Grabbing at the handle of the absolute power. I'm the king of the dirt where the diamond cut flow. Letting the seeds of the revolution grow. Nothing is accidental, everything is earned. Using all the bridges that I've eventually burned. Sweat is the ink on the pavement's journal. Keeping the motivation strictly and purely eternal. Radiant energy is pulsing through the mesh. Keeping all the focus and the motivation fresh. Metallic diamonds guarding the sanctuary gates. Breaking through the pressure and the heavy set fates. Concrete cathedral where the legends are born. Working through the night until the break of the dawn. Ironclad with power, 0-degree chill. Moving with the force of a tectonic will. Underneath the hoop where the net is made of chain. Turning all the sorrow and the temporary pain into a foundation that can never be shaken. Taking back the territory that was previously taken. Breath it in the air like a cold pressed steam. Stitching up the fabric of a hard knocks dream. Maybe the fence is just a frame for the view. Knowing that the only one who can save you is you. Crystalline frequency, hitting like a fizz. Climbing through the shadows and industrial mist. Metallic diamonds kind of sanctuary gates. Breaking through the pressure and the heavy set fades. Concrete cathedral where the legends are born. Working through the night until the break of the dawn. Ironclad with power, 0-degree chill. Moving with the force of a tectonic will.
Lock is on the gate, but the fire's out. Work that works useless. Work useless. Work. 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 Never is the move the whisper. People leave them with the shout. No excuses. Work.
Yeah. Lacerate the silence with the pressure of 1,000-bar force. I'm a biological engine veering off the civilized course. Fiber optic tension, watching every muscle fiber ignite. Got the prehistoric fury under the surgical light. Mapped out anatomy, bleeding through the surface of skin. I'm a metabolic monster, let the carnage begin. Pump the adrenaline, every heartbeat is a hammer to wall. Building up a heavy stamina that I never ever fall. Visualize the breakdown, while the vision starts to flicker and fade. I'm dropping hip-hop napalm in the middle of the barricade. Resistance is a ritual, a spiritual collision of grit. In the lethal frequency where the entire spirit is lit. Intensity erupts the second that the oxygen fails. We're riding on the thunder, driving in the platinum nails. Feel the seismic vibration, the ultimate and heavy duty blast. With a raw masochism and the destiny cast. The surge is absolute, a permanent and violent rip pull. Every gasping syllable is making the entire vessel full. This unauthorized riot breaking through the anatomy gate. Yeah, the vascular vibration is our only destiny and fate. Saturate the ego with tactical destruction of self. I'm taking all the legacy junk off the dusty old shell. Foresight is a fracture of gold tin on the primary nerve. Living for the agony in every impossible curve. Logical sabotage, a million-watt glow in the veins. Sticking to the prophecy, the movement, the ironclad chains. Mechanical aggression, etching the lightning into the meat. Polishing the surface of the wreckage in the middle of heat. Calibrate the agony with the pulse of the subterranean vein. I'm finding the luxury inside the pressure and the pain. The snap is a covenant, a total honest armor of glass. Watching all the ordinary people in the shadows pass. Intensity erupts the second that the oxygen fails. We're riding on the thunder, driving in the platinum nails. Feel the seismic vibration, the ultimate and heavy duty blast. Where the raw masochism and the destiny cast. The surge is absolute, a permanent and violent rip pull. Every gasping syllable is making the entire vessel full. This unauthorized riot breaking through the anatomy gate. Yeah, the vascular vibration is our only destiny and fate. Oscillate between the madness and the halo of the final round. I'm catching the majesty while I'm hitting the ground. Yeah. Sweat is a holy water, the pavement is a diamond throne. Carving out a territory in a sector that's never been known. Torture is a worship, a duty to the bone and the breath. Taking every dangerous angle while I'm flirting with death. Believing the trajectory, the fire and the mercury frame. This is the only way to dominate the entire neighborhood game. Intensity erupts the second that the oxygen fails. We're riding on the thunder, driving in the platinum nails. Feel the seismic vibration, the ultimate and heavy duty blast. Where the raw masochism and the destiny cast. The surge is absolute, a permanent and violent rip pull. Every gasping syllable is making the entire vessel full. The unauthorized riot breaking through the anatomy gate. Yeah, the vascular vibration is our only destiny and fate. Dissolve into the crimson glow. Pulse remains while the world goes slow. I wait for the heart to burst, lead for
Ay, Harvest of kinetic while the oxygen is thin. I'm carving out a legacy beneath the golden skin. My articulation's rugged like a needle in the tin. Got the unrelenting cadence where the legends all begin. The ink is dripping heavy now, avoiding the inner lie. I watch the pages burning as the moments fly by. My purpose is intentional now, reaching for the lyrical high. Yeah, the raw cut geometry is something that truly ties. Stacking up the masonry to build a vocal while I analyze the structure, making sure it never fall. My wisdom is the gravity, answering the call. The rhythm is intentional now, standing 10 feet tall. I see the chain reaction forming clearly, everything in the hall. This profound ribbon scripture that the shadows can't enthrall. My style is with this and now, stepping out with the key ball. Yeah, the heavyweight delivery is what I truly haul. Authenticity defines the way the syllables align. We elevate the standard and we let the spirit shine. My authority is settling deep according to design. This undeniable good scripture, a product of the mind. Impact is absolute, holding the constant pull. Each diamond cut inflection is making the vessel full. This ambient profound that you're breaking the common rule. Yeah, the ironclad vibration is eternally cool. Cultivate the mastery before the microphone is cold. I noticed the quick shift, turning silver into gold. My foresight is the blueprint for the stories never told. Got the feeling concentrated in a classic tailored mode. The diaphragm is ready now, avoiding the harsh delay. I see the connection forming clearly what the ghost has to say. My movements are measured, powered by the core ray. Yeah, the rugged man execution is here to truly stay. Stripping back the glitter in the rhythm of the raw. I analyze the data stream without a single flaw. My understanding is the ultimate truth that the universe saw. The tempo is steady now, built on the philosophy I draw. I see the chain reaction forming clearly, everything in the claw. This moment is pure, now powered by the core jaw. My attention is total, everything I truly outsaw. Yeah, the blue collar poetry is the law that I outpour. Manifest the excellence before the lights begin to dim. Unless you got the stamina, don't even try to swim. Feel the power pressure rise over every limb. Soon the entire industry be shaking at the brim. Recognize authority, acknowledging the moves of trim. Always trust the lyricist, that's how the spirit skims. Sensing the competitive, feel shrinking as I trim the grim. Never stop the flow tonight, that's the law of the hymn. Authenticity defines the way the syllables align. We elevate the standard and we let the spirit shine. My authority is settling deep according to design. It's undeniable, good scripture, a product of the mind. The impact is absolute, holding a constant pull. Each diamond cut inflection is making the vessel full. This ambient profound stature breaking the common rule. Yeah, the ironclad vibration is eternally cool. Last rhyme hits the concrete now. Silence returns to the cipher floor. Hear the final breath of the titan. One take, no more.
Yeah. Chrome steel all night, bleeding all the color in the middle of the fight for the light. Rattle, click, kiss, flow, watching how the entire infrastructure begins to glow from the low. I'm the phantom with the nozzle in a vascular state, redefining every single boundary of the fate and the hate. Calculated vandalism, strictly high definition art, igniting every shadow with a neon blue spark from the heart. Fingertips are stained, logic is unchained, adrenaline is liquid gold dripping on the floor. I'm the one who's kicking down the reinforced door. Vivid vibrations, the color of the soul, taking the narrative and the entire control. Electric explosion against the gray sky, watching all the limits of the gravity die. Wild style victory, etching the name, forcing the universe to remember the flame. Fever in the knuckles, the rhythm of the beat, turning every alley to a legendary street. Launch, vanish out of the mist, keeping the hip-hop logic in the flick of the wrist and the twists. I am a Jenna, deepest obsidian, moving through the static like a high-speed meridian. I'm a kinetic disaster on a limestone frame, putting every hater in the circle of the shame. Oxygen is thin when you're climbing up the crane, pushing through the pressure in the midnight rain. Valves are wide open, words remain unspoken. Gravity is just a frame for the mural I design, crossing every border of the invisible line. Radiant energy, the pulse of the spray, washing all the silence and the shadows away. Vivid vibrations, the color of the soul, taking the narrative and the entire control. Electric explosion against the gray sky, watching all the limits of the gravity die. Fever in the knuckles, the rhythm of the beat, turning every alley to a legendary street. Everything is visceral, the center of the pain, making every hero look like a miserable saint. Infrastructure vibrating under the pressure of the can, executing every single portion of the plan. Copper wire spirit in the body of the lead, ignoring every warning that the sirens said. Finalizing the outline with a jagged tooth brace, leaving my signature on the city's cold face. Luminous patterns, the break of the dawn, moving like a king while they're playing like a pawn. Vivid vibrations, the color of the soul, taking the narrative and the entire control. Electric explosion against the gray sky, watching all the limits of the gravity die. Fever in the knuckles, the rhythm of the beat, turning every alley to a legendary street. Yeah. Caps off the masterpieces live. Yeah. Only the most vivid are gonna survive. Yeah. Stay saturated. Exhale.
Assemble the elite squad under the cloak of the base. I'm mapping out the movement in this high velocity space. My kinetic energy is charging, leaving a glowing trace. Got the tactical rhythm moving with the cold-blooded grace. The friction generates power, now avoiding the inner lie. I watch the heat map expanding as the moments fly by. My purpose is mechanical, now reaching for the electric. Higher the physics of the vibration is something I truly I see with frequencies transmitted through the soles of the shoes. I analyze the momentum now with nothing left to lose. My wisdom is the inertia, now picking the targets I choose. The rhythm is intentional, now ignoring the static and news. I see the chain reaction forming clearly everything in the fuse. This profound muscular engine lighting up all the views. My style is my stepping out with the key blues. Yeah, the cartel of the movement is spreading the hidden clues. Power flows through the circuit when the body starts to move. We command the entire floor locked inside a secret groove. My authority is settling deep, thoughts on the need to prove this undeniable motion scripture, nothing left to remove. The drive is absolute, holding the constant pull. Each high-speed pulse is making the vessel full. This ambient profound dominance breaking the common rule. Yeah, the kinetic engine is eternally cool. Every joint in the frame becomes a piston in the dark. I notice the quick shift in the tension, feeling the electric spark. My foresight is the velocity now, leaving a permanent mark. Got the feeling coded deep, biting like a digital shark. The movement is unstoppable now, avoiding the harsh delay. I see the connection forming clearly what the ghost has to say. My movements are measured, powered by the core array. Yeah, the industrial strength of the beat is here to truly stay. Vibration turns into a weapon right on the edge of the sound. I analyze the data stream now, covering every inch of the ground. My understanding is the ultimate truth now. Where the giants are found, the tempo is steady now. Built on the philosophy I truly surround. I see the chain reaction forming clearly, everything holding bound. This moment is pure now, powered by the core mound. My attention is total, everything I truly astound. Yeah, the ruthless efficiency of the kick is what I truly sound. Command the room before the first drop even hits the floor. Unless you join the cartel, you'll never know the score. Feel the powerful surge of voltage screaming out for more. Soon the entire foundation will be shaken to the core. Witness the mechanical precision, acknowledging the move we swore. Always trust the kinetic force, that's what the energy's for. Sensing the competitive field, shrinking open every door. Never resist the takeover, that's a law of the war. Power flows through the circuit when the body starts to move. We command the entire flow locked inside the secret groove. My authority is settling deep, built on the need to prove this undeniable motion scripture, nothing left to remove. The drive is absolute, holding the constant pull. Each high-speed pulse is making the vessel full. This ambient profound dominance breaking the common rule. Yeah, the kinetic engine is eternally cool. Some stays on maximum overture. Some stays on maximum overture. Some stays on maximum overture. Now the kinetic pulse is still vibrating in the air. Hear the high-pitched whine of the cooling fans. Cartel never sleeps.
Accelerate the pulse, catching air between the rusted steel and sky. I'm a kinetic fan, I'm watching all the city lights flicker by. Gravity is a suggestion, a lesson that I'm choosing to ignore. Got the skyline logic and the friction, heat magic in my core. Vaulting over obstacles, a chronicle of speed and raw design. I see the world as a playground, leaving every limit far behind. Muscle memory burning, turning every legend to a launch pad. Only high altitude rush that the neighborhood has ever had. Navigate the gap while the sirens start to scream and fade away. I'm pulling out the hip-hop fire to ignite the code in gray. Elevation is a weapon to step beyond the common ground. Finding the perfect momentum where the spirit is finally found. Ignition sparks a moment that my feet begin to leave the ledge. We're dancing on the lightning, living life along the jagged edge. Feel the thunder in the chest, the ultimate and heavy duty rise. Tearing through the atmosphere under the violet neon sky. The surge is absolute, a permanent electric velocity pull. Every gasping breath is making the entire full. This unauthorized flight breaking through the heavy iron gate. Yeah, the rooftop vibration is the only destiny and fate. Yeah, the rooftop vibration is the only destiny and fate. Dominate the vertical, a surgical precision on the climb. Notice how the traffic jam is frozen in a different kind of time. My foresight is a trajectory, a high velocity poetry in motion. Living in the middle of the concrete tide in the sky ocean. Bespoke rebellion, a million watt vision in the dark. Sticking to the rooftops while I'm chasing every golden spark. Mechanical grace, leaving a trace of the lightning on the wall. Building up a kingdom that is never ever gonna fear the fall. Synchronize the rhythm with the ticking of the city clocks. Finding the freedom in the middle of the granite blocks. The jump is a promise, a total honest armor of the will. Polishing the adrenaline until the entire world stands still. Ignition sparks the moment that my feet begin to leave the ledge. Feel the thunder in the chest, the ultimate and heavy duty rise. Tearing through the atmosphere under the violet neon skies. The surge is absolute, a permanent electric velocity pull. Every gasping breath is making the entire full. Listen up, the rise flight breaking through the heavy iron gate. Yeah, the rooftop vibration is the only destiny and fate. Yeah, the rooftop vibration is the only destiny and fate. Oscillate between the terror and the glory of the open air. I'm catching glimpses of the majesty while the citizens all stare. The clouds on my ceiling, the asphalt is a memory down low. Carving out a sanctuary where the highest energies can flow. Velocity is beauty, a duty to the movement and the soul. Taking every risky path until I finally reach the goal. Believing the trajectory, the fire and the frozen flame. This is the only way to rewrite the entire urban game. Feel the thunder in the chest, the ultimate and every duty rise, tearing through the atmosphere under the violet neon skies. Surges absolute, a permanent electric velocity pull. Every gasping breath is making the entire world. It's an authorized flight, breaking through the heavy iron gate. Yeah, the rooftop operation is our only destiny and fate. Yeah, the rooftop operation is our only destiny and fate. Oh, vanish into the clouds and the haze. The skyline is a liquid fire blaze. Wait for the landing ahead, higher than ever.
From the dance floor. From the dance floor. Tracing the origin back to the crates and the dust. I'm turning the iron and the rhythm away from the rust. My blueprint is golden, a matter of ultimate trust. Got the four on the floor, making the speakers adjust. The mirror ball shatters the light, now avoiding the inner light. I watch the flare spreading as the moments fly by. My purpose is soulful now, reaching for the vintage high. Yeah, the heritage of the party is something I truly tied. The bottoms dragging across the linoleum floor. I analyze the groove, now searching for something much more. My wisdom is the breakbeat, now knocking at every door. The rhythm is intentional, now moving past the classic law. I see the chain reaction forming clearly, everything in the core. This profound sonic attraction built on the dance floor. My style is no stepping out with the key roar. Yeah, the blueprint of the hustle is something I truly adore. Glitter falls down on the temple of the midnight beat. We found the salvation moving our physical feet. My heart is vibrating deep, built on the summer heat. This undeniable funk description making the circle complete. The vibe is absolute, holding the constant pull. Each syncopated moment is making the vessel full. It's ambient, profound legacy, breaking the common rule. Yeah, the disco DNA is eternally cool. Strip down the melody until the percussion is bare. I notice the quick shift in the tension and smoke in the air. My foresight is the looping now, a sonic affair. Got the feeling encoded deep like a neon lit flare. The crossfade is bleeding now, avoiding the harsh delay. I see the connection forming clearly what the ghost has to say. My movements are measured, powered by the core array. Yeah, the immortality of the break is here to truly stay. Studio 54, energy leaks through the modern day sound. I analyze the data stream now, covering every inch of the ground. My understanding is the ultimate truth now. Where the legends are found, the tempo is steady now. Built on the philosophy I truly surround. I see the chain reaction forming clearly, everything standing tall. This moment is pure now, powered by the core thrall. My attention is total, everything I truly enthrall. Yeah, the ancestral spirit of the club is what I truly call. Recall the feeling before the digital took the lead. Unless you got soul, you'll never fulfill the need. Feel the power, nostalgia rise, planting the funky seeds. Soon the entire planet will follow the rhythm we feed. Recognize the blueprint, acknowledging the move so free. Always trust the 12-inch, that's where the genuine spirits bleed. Since the competitive feels shrinking, fulfilling the ancient creed. Never let the needle jump, that's the law of the breed. Glitter falls down on the temple of the midnight beat. We find the salvation moving our physical feet. My heart is vibrating deep, built on the summer heat. This undeniable funky scripture making the circle complete. The vibe is absolute, holding the constant pull. Each syncopated moment is making the vessel full. This ambient, profound legacy, breaking the common rule. Yeah, the disco DNA is eternally cool. On the dance floor. Last light on the dance floor. I'ma dance fine, hey.
Yeah. Whoa. Dominance ignites when the oxygen starts to burn thin. We're clutching the lightning, waiting for the war to begin. Feel the seismic vibration, the heavy duty, unbreakable force. Charting the victory, staying on the predator course. The surge is absolute and infinite velocity drive. Every jagged syllable is making the spirit arrive. This unauthorized, trying breaking through the iron gate. Yeah, the final breath vibration is our only destiny and fate. My mental is a fortress built inside the wreckage and dust. I'm a high tension monument, ignoring the shadow and rust. Oxygen depth, but I'm doubling the stakes on the play. Got the diamond plated wheel, clearing every ghost out the way. Strategic endurance, a 1,000,000 watt glow in the chest. Putting the entire entire universe to a lethal and permanent test anatomy riot. Every heartbeat is a hammer to steel. I'm the only entity making the hip-hop energy real. Synchronize the fury while the arena begins to shake. I'm pushing the limit for every single second I take. Survival is a science and defiance of the gravity pull. Finding the moment where the empty vessel is full. Dominance ignites when the oxygen starts to burn thin. We're clutching the lighting, waiting for the war to begin. Feel the seismic vibration, the heavy duty, unbreakable force. Charting the victory, staying on the predator course. Surges absolute and infinite velocity drive. Every jagged syllable is making the spirit arrive. This is authorized triumph breaking through the iron gate. The final breath vibration is our only destiny and fate. Adrenaline scripture etched into the marrow and bone. I'm standing on a summit that I've conquered strictly alone. Foresight is a fracture of gold, 10 on the primary nerve. Living for the agony in every impossible curve. Mechanical aggression, leaving a lesson on the brick wall. Building up a stamina that is never ever gonna be the fall. Titanium tenacity, call it brutal, surgically bold. I'm the final chapter prophecy that the legend's never told. Gravity is failing while the vision starts to flicker and sway. I'm the only predator standing at the end of the day. The clinches and covenant, a total honest armor of will. Punishing me instincts until the entire universe stands still. Dominance ignites when the oxygen starts to burn thin. We're clutching the lightning, waiting for the war to begin. Feel the seismic vibration, the heavy unit thinking before us. Charting the victory, staying on the predator course. Surges absolute and infinite velocity drive. Every jagged syllable is making the spirit arrive. It's an authorized triumph breaking through the iron gate. Final breath vibration is our only destiny and fate. Yeah, unleash the resonance, the alchemy of the last man king. Unless you hold the lightning, you don't feel a single thing. Feel the displacement in the atmosphere, the shiver and rise. Soon the entire industry will look through my vicious eyes. Acknowledge the authority in the middle of the storm. This is the only moment where a legacy is finally born. Since the field shrinking, let the real riot unfold. That's the code of the survivor, the story never told. Dominance ignites when the oxygen starts to burn thin. We're clutching the lightning, waiting for the war to begin. Feel the seismic vibration, the heavy duty, unbreakable force. Charting the victory, staying on the predator course. Surges absolute and infinite velocity drive. Every jagged syllable is making the spirit arrive. It's another triumph, John's breaking through the iron gate. The final breath vibration is our only destiny and fate. Vanish into the golden haze. The logic remains in the blaze. Wait for the silence to hit, still standing. On in the field, yeah. On in the field, yeah. Born in the basement where the sunlight never hits. Scratching for the scraps, yeah, we lived on our wish. Concrete pillow had the heart and the soul. Now I'm manifesting power, taking back control. Rats in the alley taught me how to move in silence. Calculated hustle, never needed for the violence. Check the trajectory, I'm breaking through the crust. Turning all the sessions into diamond coated dust. Elevation in my DNA is coursing through the night. Focused on the pinnacle, I'm hungry for the light. Gravity is heavy, but my spirit's feeling weightless. Rising from the shadows, yeah, the glow is looking stateless. Skyline screaming is my name in neon blue. Watch the underdog deliver. Yeah, I'm coming through. Rising like the mercury when summer hits the street. Never backing down, no, I'm never tasting feet. Oxygen and steam, but I'm breathing in the wind. Turning every loss into where the games begin. Upper echelon, if we move in past the floor. Kicking out the hinges. I don't knock upon the door. Yeah. Pocket full of lint, now it's stuffed with blue strips. Sailing through the storm like I'm captain of the ships. Hip-hop bumping like the blood inside a titan. Heavyweight mindset, watch the whole horizon brighten. Used to be a ghost, just a shadow on the wall. Now I'm standing tall, I'm the one who's gonna call. Every single shot, every play is looking cinematic. Pure motivation, keep the craze, no more static. Look at how the tables turn, the action starts to spin. Found the fire deep inside and let the flame begin. No more looking down, keep the chin above the tide. Everything I needed was already kept inside. Skyline screaming on my name in neon blue. Watch the underdog deliver. Yeah, I'm coming through. Rising like the mercury when summer hits the street. Never backing down, no, I'm never tasting defeat. Oxygen and steam, but I'm breathing in the wind. Turning every loss into where the games begin. Upper echelon, yeah, we moving past the floor. Kicking down the hinges. I don't knock up on the door. Yeah. Started at the zero, now we counting up the digits. Commas out the chaos, I don't ever get the fidgets. V just so prismatic, see the colors in the brown. Master of the moment, yeah, I'm stepping out of town. Fuel in the engine, hit the rumble of the beast. Turning every stubble into a royal feast. Lifted by the grid, by the hope, but by the star. Keeping both my feet around, but hey, the moment I'll deliver. Yeah, I'm coming through. Rising like the Mercury when someone hits the street. Never backing down, no, I'm never taste defeat. I suggest staying, but I'm breathing in the wind. Burning every loss in the way that gets began. Operation long. Yeah, we moving past the floor. Kicking out the hinges. I don't knock upon the door. That was the feel, yeah, the view was looking grand. Do the whole vibe from a little grain of sand. Hide in the clouds, it was never coming down. I'll leave again, say the plane up, golden crown. Fire pool. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Pop the iron collar, watch the silver pressure split the night. I'm a hydraulic hurricane, soaking everything in sight. Mainland madness, feel the cold velocity attack. Got the turquoise spirit and there ain't no turning back. Drowning out the sirens, turning asphalt to a lake. I'm the liquid renegade, every rule is mine to break. Saturate the sidewalk, washing off the city scars. Reflecting every neon light in all the passing cars. Cascading intelligence, call it fluid and surgically wild. I'm the overflow authority, the street's favorite child. Baptized in the concrete, every splash is a heavy hit. Watching the entire neighborhood drown in the middle of it. Trigger the momentum while the pavement starts to steam. I'm dropping hip-hop tidal waves inside this urban dream. Endurance is a floodgate, a ritual of pure release. Finding the cooling frequency where the static noises cease. Explosion dictates the way the crystal currents start to fly. We're riding on the guys are punching holes through the sky. Feel the hydro resonance, the ultimate and heavy-duty flare. Tearing through the oxygen in the heavy summer air. The surge is absolute, a permanent and hackable. Each ice cold syllable is making the other vessel full. It's another rise fountain breaking through the iron grate. Yeah, the hydrant vibration is our only destiny and fate. Navigate the torrents of surgical deluge through the heat. I'm a whirlpool fate. Navigate the torrents of surgical deluge through the heat. I'm a whirlpool fan, I'm claiming every corner of the street. Both sides is a rainbow, a gold tin on the misty glass. Moving like a river king, watching all the shadows pass. Subterranean majesty, a million watt glow in the spray. Sticking to the prophecy, washing every sin away. Mechanical aggression, etching the moisture into the brick. Polishing the surface of a cybernetic and liquid trick. Torrential delivery, making every rival signal blur. I'm the cooling salvation that the dusty streets prefer. Building up a stamina that is never ever gonna fear the fall. The only blue monument standing strictly vertical and tall. Calibrate the circulation with the pulse of the main vein. I'm finding the luxury inside the pressure and the rain. The gushes are covenant, a total honest armor of will. Polishing the reflex till the entire universe stands still. Oscillate between the madness and the halo water spray. I'm catching the majesty in the middle of a working day. The mist is my jewelry, the curb is a platinum throne. Carving out a sanctuary in a sector that's never been known. Explosion dictates the way the crystal currents start to fly. We're riding on the guys are punching holes through the sky. Feel the hydro resonance, the ultimate and heavy duty flare. Tearing through the oxygen in the heavy summer air. The surge is absolute, a permanent and helpful. Each ice cold syllable is making you a vessel full. This another rise fountain breaking through the iron grate. Yeah, the hydrant vibration is our only destiny and fate. Vanish into the silver glow. The current remains while the world goes slow. Wait for the flood to subside. Still soaked. Hey. Dust storms bone, building up a dynasty in the silent zone. Ramble friction, no permission. I'm a high voltage soul searching, savage born mission. I don't need the lane when I'm making the entire field bleed. Planting a hip hop thunder like I'm radioactive seed. Calculated chaos in the middle of the wild, watching how the destiny and the danger get reconciled. Underneath the jagged mountain shadow, moving like a phantom through the meadow. Feel the raw vibration of the ancient stone, building up a kingdom that is stricken my own. Savage sovereignty, the roar of the soul, taking the narrative and the entire control. Primal energy, the break of the seal, grabbing at the handle of the cold pressed steel. Unstoppable emotion, the flicker in the light, winning every second of the beautiful fight. Great in the
king of the chase. Put a permanent blur on the face. Launch, thunder, out of the under. Keeping the frequency from being torn asunder by the blunder claw. Grit, final hit. Watch it how the entire infrastructure begins to split. I'm a kinetic disaster on the vertical climb. Mastering the logic of the industrial grime. In the rhyme, oxygen is sharp like a razor on the breath. Staring at the limit in the shadow of the death. Maybe the pavement was a gilded cage, turning the leaf to a primitive page. Gravity's failing as the mercury peaks, finding all the power that the average never sees. Luminous victory, the pulse of the lead, igniting the fire that the industry fed. Savage sovereignty, the roar of the soul, taking the narrative and the entire control. Primal energy, the break of the seal, grabbing at the handle of the corporate steel. Great in the marrow, the king of the chase. Woody, a pundit blur on the face. Everything is visceral, the snap and the crunch, stacking every millisecond with a heavyweight punch. Infrastructure glowing with the neon blue heat, turning every can into a legendary street. Copper wire spirit in the body of the lead, ignoring every warning that the pacifier said, finalizing the outline with the jagged tooth's grace, leaving my signature on the wilderness's face. Crystalline frequency, the fire in the lungs, singing every note with the silver plated tongue. Savage sovereignty, the roar of the soul, taking the narrative and the entire control. Primal energy, the break of the steel, rattling at the handle of the cold press steel. Reach in the mouth, the king of the J. Want it, a permanent door on the face. The path is gone, the gate is wide. Nothing left, we're gonna go to high. Stay unpaid. The surge is absolute. I know you never lied. Yeah. The surge is absolute. Yeah, calculate the impact for the knuckles, even graze the skin. I'm a tactical disaster, waiting for the chaos to begin. Logic in the trenches where the shadows and the concrete bleed. Got the cold-blooded focus and the adrenaline that I need. Tear through the formation and education in the wrong grime. I see the opening and snatch it in a fraction of the time. Backbone like a girder, every murder on the beat is clean. The most lethal individual that the underground has ever seen. Manifest the power while the low ceilings start to sweat and shake. I'm pulling out the hip-hop heavyweight for the stakes we take. Survival is a science, a defiance of the gravity and pain. Finding the lethal frequency that's pumping through the primary vein. Explosion triggers when the tension is the breaking point. We're rattling the foundation, smoking out the entire joint. Feel the static in the jaw, the ultimate and heavy duty strike. Tearing through the opposition, something like you never liked. The surge is absolute, a permanent and violent energy pull. Every heavy hitting syllable is making the entire vessel full. This unauthorized riot breaking through the heavy iron gate. Yeah, the basement vibration is our only destiny and fate. Yeah, dominate the perimeter, a surgical maniac on the loose. I notice how the weak ones are looking for a quick excuse. My foresight is a weapon of high tension, logic in the fray. Living for the combat and the shadows of the alleyway. Bespoke brutality, 1,000,000-watt fury in the dark. Sticking to the dirty work while I'm chasing every bloody spark. Mechanical aggression, leaving a lesson on the brick wall. Building up a legacy that is never ever gonna fear to fall. Synchronize the breathing with the rhythm of the heavy blows. I'm finding the victory where the adrenaline syrup flows. The clinch is a promise, a total honest armor of the will. Polishing the instinct until the entire universe stands still, yeah. Explosion triggers when the tension hits the breaking point. We're rattling the foundation, smoking out the entire joint. Feel the static in the jaw, the ultimate and heavy duty strike. Tearing through the opposition, something like you never liked. The surge is absolute, a permanent and violent energy pull. Every heavy hitting syllable is making the entire vessel full. This unauthorized riot breaking through the heavy iron gate. Yeah, the basement vibration is our only destiny and fate. Oscillate between the madness and the glory of the winning round. I'm catching glimpses of the majesty while they hit in the ground. The sweat is my crown, the concrete is a throne down low. Carving out a territory where the highest tensions can flow. Velocity is carnage, duty to the spirit and the fist. Taking every dangerous angle that the cowards all miss. Believing the trajectory, the fire and the frozen flame. This is the only way to dominate the entire basement. Bang, 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 bang.
explosion triggers when the tension hits the breaking point. We're rattling the foundation, smoking out the entire joint. Feel the static in the jaw, the ultimate and heavy duty strike. Tearing through the opposition, something like you never liked. The surge is absolute, a permanent and violent energy pull. Every heavy hitting syllable is making the entire vessel full. This unauthorized riot, breaking through the heavy iron gate. Yeah, the basement vibration is our only destiny and fate. Vanish into the dust and the grime. The cellar remains through the time. Wait for the ringing to stop, still standing. The sing is still alone. Yeah. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, chrome plating on the heart, made of jagged ice. Everything's flawless, but you pay the price. And I'm in the Venice, super slow from the vial. Killing all my kindness and a razor blade smile. Silk threads rip around the skeleton of steel. Nobody can tell you if the feeling is real. Shadows in the pounds, looking down the street. Cold-blooded rhythm with a hip-hop beat. Polished like a diamond, but the edges are lethal. On the final track, the angle being no sequel. Elegance, everyone's dripping in black. Once you check it, there ain't no turning back. Designer labels hiding all stars underneath. Gold from the grain with the fangs and the teeth. Staring at the ceiling while the prison takes hold. The story of a beauty that'll never grow old. Bit of sugar on the tongue, it tastes so sweet. Lying to yourself, already feeling the heat. Dip the doses in the custom. Make frame, playing with the fire, but you're loving the flame. Dressed to kill, and the aim's precise. Walking on the edge of a frozen paradise. It's a beautiful disaster in a velvet line room. Exhale in the sand of a currently dome. Mercury rising in the crystal clear cup. Never look down, yeah, we only look up. Strictly confidential, keep a secret on ice. Checking out the menu, but I don't see price. Marble feels reflecting all the scenes in the air. I can see the hunger in you, desperate stare. Tailored to the bone, yeah, the fit is surgical. Logic is a circle and the vibe is a vertical. Static in the sea, gon' let the frequency bleed. Planting all the roses from a sign I see. Digital assassin with a minimalist touch. Giving just a taste, but the soul's too much. Architect silence in the city, it screams. Feeding on the mirror of your shattered dreams. Ink in the water, making patterns of bright. Everything is perfect to the fades of the way. On the tongue, being chased so sweet. Lying to yourself while you feeling the heat. Eat the doses in the custom. Make flame, playing with the fire, but you're loving the flame. Dressed to kill, and the aim is precise. Walking on the edge of a frozen paradise. Beautiful disaster in a velvet line room. Exhaling the sand of a permanent doom. Fatal attraction in the blink of an eye. Never even noticed all the well ran dry. Underneath the surface with a shadow of dance. You surrendered everything for one last glance. Gravity's pulling in the walls of thing. Let you know to call me, sit on under the stand. Silence is a luxury you can't afford. Sharp as a needle, thin as a sword. Silence is a luxury you can't afford. Sharp as a needle, thin as a sword. On the tongue, it tastes so sweet. Lying to yourself while you're feeling the heat. Deep the doses in the custom. Make frame, playing with the fire, but you're living the flame. Dressed to kill, and the end is precise. Walking on the edge of frozen paradise. Beautiful disaster in a velvet line womb. Exhaling the sin of a current and doom. Say what I stand. Before the lights go dim. Shake the pulse. Let's get it in. Stay cold. Fade to black.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, still nerve posture, chin low, I scan it. City on tilt, but my stance outstanding. Quick breath hold, and I move like a rumor. Sidewalk slick, still sharp like a tumor. High rise shadow stretch long like a warning. Hunger don't sleep, it just waits for the morning. Tactical patience, calculated aggression. Minimal words, but a maximal presence. Switch up the cadence, short burst, then glide. Left flank, right hook, ego aside. Dust in my lungs, but the vision stay clean. Concrete jungle, guerrilla routine. No medals, pins, just scars that glisten. Learn from the nights, nobody would listen. I don't shout loud, pressure speak fluent. Every step time, deliberate, congruent.
The floodlights flickering silver and pale. Resolve don't crack when the weak ones bail. Cold wind whip, but the core stay warm. Calm like the eye in the middle of storm.
Charge through the static, let the bass explode. Footprints heavy on a warpath road. Hard on blast in a battle mode. When we step in sync, watch the whole grid fold. Hands up high when the sirens scream. Fire in the chest, make the skyline gleam. From the curbside edge to the rooftop scene, we don't break ranks, we build the regime. Graffiti doctrine on the
crack support beam. Blueprint, hustle in a half-cut dream. Fast switch rhythm, triplet snap, then slow it down, let the hi-hats clap. Hip-hop bloodstream pumping in stealth. Built from grit, not borrowed wealth. Tunnel vision, laser through smoke and doubt. Speak one bar, knock a whole wall out. Quick pivot, steel toe philosophy. Silence loud as a loaded prophecy. Adrenaline spike, pause, breathe, release. Control chaos, strategic peace. City try to test that militant frame. I adapt, reroute, redefine the game. Across range, slick asphalt, glowing neon. Focus so tight it could cut through Teflon. No white flag in the undertow breeze. Stand like a tower that never will freeze. Charge through the static, let the bass explode. Blueprints heavy on a warpath road. Hard on blast in a battle mode. When we step in sync, watch the whole grid fold. Hands up high when the sirens scream. Fire in the chest, make the skyline gleam. From the curbside edge to the rooftop scene, we don't break ranks, we build the regime. Momentum rising, feel it in attendance. Short fuse spark, turn kings to legends. Breath cut sharp like glass in the throat. Every setback fuel for the overload. Slow march, then a sudden attack. Never telegraph where I'm striking at. Post line sync with the drum line kick. Now the whole damn city about to flip. Hey, charge through the static, let the bass explode. Blueprints heavy on a warpath road. Hard on blast in a battle mode. When we step in sync, watch the whole grid fold. Hands up high when the sirens scream. Fire in the chest, make the skyline gleam. From the curbside edge to the rooftop scene, we don't break ranks, we build the regime. Smoke clear, steel spine intact. Echo of boots in a fading track. War ain't over, it's coded in fact. City still mine, that's that. Da 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 da.